Welcome back to more Schedule 1. Meeno here, and this is kind of a mini episode where we're going to follow up with what we were doing last time. Now what I was doing was working on automation. I was trying to see how easy I could make things. Well, this time, followed up with the same idea, but instead of just going big, I went small. I wanted to see how few employees I can get away with and still supply all of the dealers and myself. I've hit $1 million again with this game, so this system works, and we're down to, I believe, 12 total employees. It's pretty small. Let me show you what I came up with. Just to make sure we go through all the properties, we're going to start here in the motel, which has absolutely nothing. This is storage. I was storing the crystal here. We had a big excess of crystal. I've worked through most of it, but there's still a little there. And that's all that's there. Now on to the sweatshop. Over at the sweatshop, I do have one employee, chemist, but I don't count them because they haven't worked in about a week and a half to 2 weeks. This is where we made the crystal. The chemistry station's here, a couple lab ovens, and they dumped onto these shelves here. This is where we kept the acid, the phosphorus, and the pseudo. Basic setup. One chemist could run all 4 stations, so it wasn't a big deal. But once we got the coca flour and the regular flour up and going, we didn't need that. It either got in the way of production or it built a surplus, which is why we had all of that left over at the motel. It just got in the way. So I quit making it, and we did fine. I don't count that employee, so we're still at 0 employees. Now off to the bungalow, though. That's where the real deal starts up. Over at the bungalow, I have 3 employees, 2 botanists and a cleaner. And it runs kind of like what we did last time. Everything is grown back here, and we've got a couple of drying racks just for room. This is where the guys sleep. Storage shelves right here. Now we're using PGR and fertilizer. PGR to increase the yield, fertilizer to offset the PGR. And each one of these holds 20 seeds and has 1 botanist per 4, so this is easily divided between them and generally lasts about 4 or 5 days. This is old storage from when we had to use this as our primary house. These are the 4 shelves where all the leaves get dropped. And you notice it's pretty empty. That's because I've already loaded up the latest run into our van here. Now we got to drive that out to the barn, which is where our main production facility is. Hopefully not get caught because it's the middle of the night. If we can get past those cops at Taco Ticklers, we'll be alright. See, if you just go fast enough, they won't get you. For some reason, they'll get you on the way in, but not on the way out. I think it has something to do with looking at them. I've noticed that if you look at them, their periphery seems to be a lot closer than if you don't. So if the cops ever get close to you, just turn your back on them, and you get a few extra feet. I think. I know that sounds goofy, but I think that's how it works. Home sweet home. This is where a lot of my production takes place. Actually, outside of the coca plant guys, all of my production. The barn. Basic setup. We have all of our flour growing right here, and it's fed through these storage racks, divided just like the coca plant guys. 2 botanists, 4 plants apiece, and then 4 drying racks. And all of that gets dumped onto these drop shelves right there. So green crack was the last one we did, and we'll process that here in just a minute. Next on the line is Granddaddy Purple. So all we have to do is change these pots over to Granddaddy and it'll switch production. I left it out because I don't want Granddaddy to be on these racks and starting to dump on these shelves while I'm still processing these shelves, which we'll take care of that tonight. Over here is where all the processed coca goes. We're almost full there, so as soon as we finish running this, we're going to run that. Now, all of that gets processed right here. This is automated. The cauldrons are empty right now, but we just brought the leaves back. The leaves go right here, and there's the gasoline. So that's all out of our hands as well. Now, there are 8 mixers here, but they're broken into 2 segments, 4 and 4. Last time I did a single 8 mix, and that seemed to be overkill. It was really high-priced products, and you can do fun stuff with it, but it took forever to make, and it took forever for the dealers to sell. This way seems to be the magic number. We're making a lot of it, we're making it quicker, and it's still high enough price that the dealers are selling it pretty slow. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it's just a mirror of that on the other side. We'll start the product right there. It runs through its cycle and gets dumped onto this shelf. And over there is the same run through and dumps here. And so this is going to be our final 2 product shelves right there. And this is the surplus. You can see we're still ahead. And all the dealers are open. Even Leo, the uptown guy. And they're all supplied. This makes plenty. Anything more, well, that's just extra. Let's fill these shelves. We'll start the morning, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now that those are full, let's go ahead and clear this out. We'll brick these up and do something with it. Maybe sell it. I want to go ahead and empty those shelves out so that we can tell these guys to start on their next batch. Perfection. These guys will start up in the morning. Let's just brick this stuff up for now. Morning time, and in they come. Alright, now that everybody's gotten started on the new stuff, let's go ahead and get the coca leaves dumped in. We're about full on our finished production of that, so I don't know if they're going to be able to do much with this before it backlogs, but as soon as this next batch of flour goes, we're going to get started on that, so they'll put it to use soon enough. And that's it. These guys are going to work, and they'll make me my money. There's a couple of things I do want to figure out while we're out and about today. Number 1 is, can we throw a basketball at a cop's head and have him not get mad at us? Because I don't think they aggro unless you break the law. And I don't think throwing things at their head counts. I've done it with some trash, and they didn't seem to act right about it. Just did not care. See, watch. Nothing. But there's basketballs you can get off the court. I'm going to see if they have the same effect. Because I have nothing else to do with my day. Except skate around, maybe launder some money. Oh, and do this. Basketball. Hi, I'm Ollie. Hey, it's Austin. You guys getting along okay? Yep. Looks like it. Now where's the cop? Hi, cop. Nothing. Your body search? I don't think so. Let's have some fun today. Boop. You didn't see nothing, did you? I know it. Okay. Just to prove there's no shenanigans here, I bought the docks. Dead empty. You know, this is my new favorite hobby. Hey, hey. Are you mad about it? Hey, protect and serve, man. Protect and serve. Oh, man. The things we wish you can get away with, right? Looped back around to 4 a.m. We have 2 shelves full of final product. Nice and finished, so we have enough to give each of our dealers 60 units of product. And if we go and check out what they sold somewhere between 30 and 40 apiece, depending on clientele and what they're selling. So we're making a profit. Not a ton, but about a brick a day. It adds up. You can tell from this shelf. It definitely adds up. So we can brick this stuff up and go take it to our dealers if we want. Start resupplying them. This is coming along. And the way this is done is for every 30 seeds we do here, that's enough for 2 cycles of flour to go through our shelves and get processed through there. So basically 2 shelves per cycle, 2 cycles. And that's enough time to get 1 cycle of this done. And then we can process that. That's it. That's enough to get 60 units a day to each of our 5 dealers, which about a brick to spare, which is for us. And everything else is just because we wanna. The docks, any expansions from there, there's a new building being added, all of that, completely optional. That's fun, but don't kill yourself. I'm not trying to say the game's too easy or bitch about the game balance. I'm just saying that I wouldn't sweat trying to min-max everything. What we came up with was a grand total of 12 employees, 3 at the bungalow and 9 at the barn, and that was it. That's in-game, full automation. So I wouldn't sweat it too much. This game's built to kind of just kick back and enjoy, so I'd kick back and enjoy. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.